So there was a recent Twitter pile on Bernie's National Press Secretary, Brianna Joy Gray. Now, I'm going to break this down. It's going to seem like this is Twitter drama at first, but this actually exposes how people in power manipulate and form phony narratives to attack politicians that want to help people. This is going to be obvious from the reactions and the blow up that came out of completely nothing. So before I even show you the tweet that all these Democratic and Republican operatives were going after Brianna Joy Gray for, before I show you her tweet, I want to show you some of the reaction to the tweet first, just to give you an idea of what they were saying. Because when you see her tweet, if you don't know her tweet, if you don't know what it was, you will be shocked at why they were crazy and angry about this. So let me first show you, Bakari Sellars tweeted out, "This is toxic. She's been part of the problem." And it went on. So this guy, Michael Singleton, he is a Republican operative, says, "We've been both been in politics long enough to know that this person," talking about Brianna Joy Gray, "is putting herself in a very bad position for future opportunities. I hope she knows exactly what she's doing because making unnecessary enemies is a fool's errand." The Bakari Sellers replies, "We remember." So keeping in mind here, Michael is a Republican, Bakari Sellers is a Democrat, but they both represent corporate interests. So they have a common enemy when it comes to Bernie Sanders. Looking at this reaction here, you'd think, what did Brianna say? It must have been really horrible. Whatever she tweeted out must have been really toxic, really offensive. I guess we got to check it out. Here's what she tweeted. In response to Kamala Harris saying testing for coronavirus and treatment needs to be free, Brianna Joy Gray responded saying, "This is a good start, but is it okay to die from cancer or diabetes because you're poor?" That's the tweet that set people off. They created a completely phony narrative to attack Bernie Sanders and his press secretary over based on this tweet. This tweet that is calling for universal health care. Because obviously, when you think about it, why should only one illness be covered? Yes, of course, coronavirus treatment should be covered. But why isn't cancer treatment covered? Why isn't healthcare in general, whatever it is, why isn't it completely covered like it is in other countries, like it is in my country of Canada? Why isn't it covered? It's because of these corporate interests, because of the healthcare industry. So there is no reason to freak out over this. Let me show you what they manufactured out of this tweet. So clearly, Brianna Joy Gray here is calling for Medicare for all for people that can't afford healthcare. Here is what Lena Maxwell responded with. "The tone of this tweet is mean and disrespectful, especially considering Kamala's mother died from cancer." What? Is Kamala Harris's mother the only person in the country to ever die from cancer? Like, what the hell is this? This is completely insane. And Brianna responds here, "I wish folks were this angry about people dying because they're poor." That's the actual problem here. People don't have health care in America. Millions more will now also lack health care because they're being fired from their jobs. Their employers can't afford to keep them. They're getting laid off, and they're also in turn losing the health insurance that they had tied to their employer. How does this system make any sense? But instead of going after how ridiculous this private insurance-based system is, they manufacture a narrative to attack Bernie's press secretary. That's what all this is about. And also, just to go back to this tweet for a second, this completely exposes what they value. They're not fighting for what is right. They don't care about the policies. They don't care about people. They care about their careers. Their attack line here is, "Oh, she's putting herself in a very bad position for future opportunities." Accidentally here, they are exposing themselves for being careerists. All they care about is their own wealth, their own power, their own careers. That's it. Whereas Bernie Sanders, Brianna Joy Gray are actually fighting for people, fighting for policies like Medicare for all, guaranteeing health care to everybody. Moving on here to some more of the reaction. Yvette Nicole Brown, this is an actress. She's been in a couple things. She was in Community, the only thing I recognize her from. But she is an active, she is an active Sanders hater. One of these people where the things that she tweets out don't make any sense. You can't really explain them. She contradicts herself all the time. One of the biggest hypocrites on Twitter. She tweets this out. Who did this? This is a common thing to tweet out. Who did this when, you love what you're tweeting out? So she tweeted this, which is clearly a parody of Diamond and Silk with Nina Turner and Brianna Joy Gray. You know who did this? The alt-right. This is an alt-right meme. Yvette Nicole Brown, she is a Warren supporter. And now a Biden supporter. So this is somebody who, again, is completely ignoring the actual problems here, the actual policies, what people are actually facing in their real lives, a lack of health care, low wages, student debt. What does she do? Does whatever she can to light the flames. If the Biden campaign wants to win an election, why would you be going after the people that you're trying to win over? Needlessly attacking them. It's completely disgusting. And let me show. I think there's a response to this. Oh, yes. So this goes on. Somebody asks Yvette Nicole Brown here, is it safe to say you condemn this? I'll show you in a minute why he's asking this. Nicole Brown responds, I don't work for Senator Warren. Why would she condone or not condone anything I do? More importantly, I asked who did this. Do you know? Why are you tweeting me and the fine senator? She's busy fixing the country. Leave her to it. Why would she condone or not condone anything I do? Well, all you have to do is go back in her tweets and see that at the beginning of March, she tweeted out, quoting Elizabeth Warren, we are responsible for the people who claim to be our supporters. These are high-profile people. These aren't random Twitter users. This is an actress. The other people I showed you they work within the Democratic Party. They're CNN commentators. They're MSNBC commentators. They're people with a platform. They're not random Twitter users that the entire media created a narrative over when it came to Bernie Sanders and his supporters. These are prominent people. They are viciously attacking Sanders' press secretary with this kind of bullshit. And here, the same person a month ago saying that candidates are responsible for their supporters, which is why Anders Lee asked this exact question. But they don't care. Hypocrisy is just a part of the game for them. Again, these people don't care about actual policy. They don't actually care about helping anybody. So some reaction here on the good side to some of this crap online. Abby Wilkinson tweets out, the people pretended to be offended at Brianna Joy Gray asking if universal free at the point of access healthcare is important for coronavirus. Why that doesn't apply to other illnesses are really debasing themselves. It's bad for their souls. Yeah, everybody here, Lena Maxwell, Sellars, Yvette Nicole Brown, they're all exposing themselves for not actually caring about the issues, not actually caring about people, and creating phony narratives out of nothing. Sean King here. My dear brother recently died of cancer. My wife's mother is in the hospital right now fighting cancer. I'm so glad that Brianna Joy Gray wants universal health care so that we have a system that not only covers people during a global pandemic, but covers them for cancer too. One more reaction, Beline Sisa. And then they act like victims when they get bullied. So this is in response to Yvette Nicole Brown. Then they act like victims when they get bullied. It's honestly shameful to see others who claim to support other women attack former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner and Brianna Joy Gray, who are giving voices to millions of people across the country. History will remember.